I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2I TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV, we engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Step Out Youth Impact Zone. And this is the program where we interview young people on the continent of Africa and in the diaspora who are doing exceptionally well against all odds. And the main idea is that we believe that if young people on the continent and in the diaspora can see their own against all odds, trying to really break through, trying to really bring a difference to our world, then they can really be an inspiration to other young people. And that is what this program is all about. And tonight, I've got a young man coming all the way from Ghana to be on the show. And trust me, it's going to be an amazing discussion. If you are watching us, I want to encourage you to really call somebody, share this for somebody to have an opportunity to watch this program, and also like our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Trust me, it's going to be an amazing discussion. But before I go on to my guest, I just want to do some few mentions of our sponsors. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy, and that is your business training and consulting firm. For all your business training needs, contact Train to Inspire Consultancy. They also work with students in relation to their personal development in second cycle institutions, colleges, and universities. Then also ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. ZPay just launched their USSD code for mobile money, and that is *270#. Just dial it on your phone and register for ZPay mobile money. If you want to contact any of the sponsors, their contact details are scrolling on the screen. Take them and contact them. Also, if you want to sponsor any of our shows, take the number for T2I TV UK or Train to Inspire Consultancy, and we are going to see how we are going to work with you. Then finally, if you also want to support what we are doing in your own small way, in terms of any kind of resource or ideas that you can help us to build this platform to where it belongs, then also take the same number for T2I TV UK or Train to Inspire Consultancy and contact us. Now, T2I TV UK, we are really working hard to really take this TV thing to the next level in terms of especially young people. And trust me, it's a journey that we want to encourage each and every one of us to be part of this. So, in terms of anything you want to support what we are doing, you are more than happy to do so. Now, my guest for tonight is seated. My guest is seated, and my guest is a very young, enterprising man who is making a difference in Ghana. And today he's here to share his experience with us, how life is, and how he's really making a difference in our world in terms of entrepreneurship. And who is this man I'm talking about? He is an entrepreneur. He's a creative and executive director of Motobi.com. Is it Matobi, Matobi.com. And he is in the person of Guide Duper. Please welcome to Step Out Youth Impact Zone, and you are live on T2I TV UK.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Oscar. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me.
Wow. How has your day been?
Well, the day has been good. The day has been highly good. We can't complain much, but hope for the best. Hope for the best.
I have a friend who always says that if you complain, to whom? There is no one to complain to. So you have to deal with it. All right. So let's go straight to business. And our topic is quite an interesting one, and that is developing the problem-solving skills for business and personal growth. Now, before I come back to our topic, who is Guy Duper in your own words?
Okay, so Guy Duper is a simple.
It looks like we are having some technical issues. Your line is breaking. We can't hear anything. All right, I'll go for a quick commercial break, and when I come back, we're going to continue the discussion. Welcome back. And we had a bit of technical hitch, but we are back. That is the good news. So let me bring back my my guest so that we take it from there. All right, welcome back, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. So I was asking that who is Guy Duper in your own words?
So, as I said earlier, Guy Duper is a young, resilient entrepreneur, somebody who believes in the vision, all right, of Africa, somebody who believes that Africa can become the new world. In simple terms, that's Guy Duper.
So you believe Africa can be the new world?
I strongly do believe, because from all the historical information we've had, right from our ancestors down to our generations, there is a practical evidence that Africa can become the new world. Yes, it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but definitely Africa can become the new world. Africa can become the new world.
There is one thing that I always ask, and that is, if somebody wants to get to a certain level, the question I always ask is, are they doing the things that can get them to that level? Do you think Africa now is doing the right things that can really take us to that level?
Well, I believe we are, but we are not taking effective, or we are not taking the effective steps to make it big as we expect. We are taking the steps, or we are being slow in progressing on that steps. That is what I can say. Because I believe we have all that it takes. We have everything that it takes to become who we have to become, especially for Africa to become the new world, as I initially said. And I believe that we are doing what it takes, and we are doing what we must to get there. So yes.
Do you think the youth are ready for this? Because this generation is almost gone. The youth now are the upcoming ones. Do you think the youth are really hungry to really change the narrative? Or do you think they are still towing the path where we haven't got much results?
Well. Different, different books. Let me put it that way. Because now, when we talk about the youth, we have people, let's say, from 20. Now, in simple terms, we have some percentage of them who are hungry enough, all right, and we have some who are not yet, or who do not even understand what it means to be hungry. So I believe that we have much work to do in terms of saying that, are the youth hungry enough for the future? For now, I would say that we are. I would say for now we are. The youth that we are today, I would say we are very hungry. We are very hungry.
Because the reason why I ask that is that most of the youth after university, some can stay home for 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, some even 10 years, and they say there's no jobs. And do you think people should wait for government for 5 to 10 years for jobs? And that is what I come in to ask. Do you think we are really ready?
Well, okay. Now, I still do believe we are ready, but some portion of the youth are quite not ready. Now, let me use myself as an example. Now, I growing up, I was watching the news where I overheard a statement that laid off, right? They laid off some workers. As of then, I did not understand what it meant. For the word, the meaning of the word, and I realized that it was like you've been sacked temporarily from your work, all right? And I asked myself a question. So what if within the sack I am not being called? What happens to me? What happens to my family? And what happens to the generation after me? And the only answer that came in mind is, why don't you start something? All right. So that particular scene that I saw in the news, that statement, that word that I heard in the news, ignited a whole different hunger in me, that I wouldn't want to find myself working for someone and then one day just wake up from bed and be told that well, we are sorry, but you've been laid off from your work, and wait to hear any information before you come back. I felt like, so what if should happen to me? What would be my fate and what would be the fate of my family? So I had to reconsider a whole lot of things. And then quickly, the only idea that came into mind was entrepreneurship. So for me, I started entrepreneurship quite very early at the age of 18, where I dived into photography business with my brother, and then moved down to shoe business and to where I am today. So, well, we are ready, but some ratio of the youth actually do not understand what it means it's calling us, or are we really ready for the future? Now, in simple terms, let me say this all over again, that sometimes our youth actually go to school or go to tertiary institutions, wherever they find themselves, and actually do not make good use of networking. Now, I believe networking is very important when it comes to even actualizing, asking yourself if you're hungry enough. For me, my concept is network helps you to even identify if you're hungry enough for something or not. As personal as an individual as we might be or you might be, you're always contemplating on certain decisions. But when you see people who are above your pedigree, people who are above your level, you begin to question and ask yourself certain things. Am I doing something right? What is this person doing that is getting him or her where he or she is today? Do I want to get there? Do I want to change my story? So when the questions begin to pop in and then they begin to rise, we are able to create that kind of tabletop questioning and have a flip answer to ourselves. And within those questions and answers, that one can say indeed I'm hungry for the future or not.
Wow, 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 wow. Now, what is problem solving skills?
Okay, so now let's take it from a very strategic point of understanding. Now we can see that problem solving skills is the ability to identify, all right, the nature of a problem and then deconstruct it to develop an effective set of actions based on that problem, all right, and also to address the current challenges we face. Now let me explain further. It's in the sense here, it's in the sense that for every activity that we find ourselves, or in every sector that we find ourselves, we are bound to face challenges. We are bound to face we are bound to face situations. But the ultimate question is that, do I have what it takes, or do we have what it takes to solve those problems? Do we have what it takes to solve those problems? So in the definition, solving is the ability to identify the nature of a problem, deconstruct it, and develop an effective set of actions to address the challenges related to it. Regardless of the field you find yourself in, be it finance, be it business wise, anything related to business, all right, you are bound to face challenges. And what makes you different in your challenges is the kind of skills you are able to adapt in solving these problems and how you're able to deconstruct the problems you have been facing as currently.
Wow, because look, problems. Yes, we have to solve problems. But do you think in Africa, young people, when they see problems, do you think they have got the mindset to solve them, or the mindset is just to discuss them?
Well, I think we have the mindset for both, but just that we do not push ourselves to the edge. That's for me. We have the mindset for both, but we just don't push ourselves to the edge to find solutions to problems. Now, I there's a statement I always make to people: regardless of whatever problem or challenge, there's one thing you have to keep to yourself. You might not be able to come up with an instant solution, but you still have the ability to copy. And I always tell people, you copy a solution first, try to deconstruct what the problem is. Try to break it down and understand what exactly the problem is. When you're able to identify, it's good. I'm not saying copying is bad. Copying is good, but you have to copy constructively and learn how to implement differently. Copy constructively and implement differently. Now, with this, for every situation, all right, for every situation, getting to understand what the problem is. Understanding, and for whoever is with or whoever is within that circle of what challenges, it makes it easier for you guys to be able to come up with alternative solutions. That helps. Now, your question now, you asked that, are we what's the name? Are we really
Yeah, so
could you please come up with
the
the question
question is
again?
that do we have the mindset to solve problems or to discuss problems?
So we have, as I said earlier, we have the mindset to solve. All right. But first of all, before you can solve a problem, you need to discuss what the problem is. For Africans, we are used to just discussing the issue and not finding solutions. All right. We are good with the two, but we most often find it difficult to find solutions than rather discussing the problems. So for a large extent, we could say that we are into both, but we are much more focused on just discussing the problems and not finding alternative or not finding ultimate solutions to the problems as Africans.
Because there is one thing I always say, that people don't buy what you discuss. People buy what you solve, right?
100%.
And Africa has got the most problems on earth. And so look, because if you come to Europe, if you go to America, they have solved about 70% of their problems. But when you go to Africa, not even up to 30% of our problems are solved. So it means that where there are problems, that is where there are potential solutions that people are willing to buy. So instead of coming to Europe through the desert, stay in Africa and solve some of the problems, because what you solve is what people will buy. But the point is that people have got accustomed to really discussing problems and not finding solutions. And I think that is where the problem lies. Why is it that people are not able to find solutions? What is the obstacle to finding solutions to problems?
Well, okay, so now I believe that a major reason why people are not able to solve problems is that they're not able to identify exactly what the problem is. If you're not able to identify what exactly is eating you up, is biting you, you wouldn't have the instant solution to it. So I believe Africa, our problem is we do not give ourselves enough time to understand and deconstruct the problem to a level where you can be able to find exactly what the problem is. We are always quick to see the surface of the problem, not the root cause of the problem. And we're also quick to find solutions that when we are able to identify that, okay, I have a problem in this sector, when I have a problem in this region, when I have a problem in this zone, the first two solutions that comes in head, we really do not take the time to critically analyze and then deploy tactical tools to see if indeed what we are doing is best or not. We really do not try to understand the impact of what the solution might be to the problem solver, that is the individual, to the business, and to the customers at large. So I believe, so for me, I think that for Africans, our problem is that we are not able to allow ourselves understand exactly what our problem is. And two, we find it difficult to even define the main element of our problems. Because I believe if you're able to identify your problems, it gives you an open space to be able to identify the element of the problems. And then you are able to find possible solutions or answers to the problem. So for me, these three are the major reasons why I believe Africans find it very difficult to find solutions to problems. One, as I said earlier, is difficulty in identifying the problem. Two, identifying the main element of the problem. And three, trying to find solutions out of the above of the two that I mentioned earlier.
Are you going to blame our education system not really giving us that problem-solving skills? Are you going to blame our education system? Or do you think they are really causing us to really solve problems? Yeah. What I'm saying is
Hello?
that, are you going to blame our education system in terms of our inability to really think critically and have these problem-solving skills? Or you think they have really played their part well?
Okay, now if it comes to the education system, I believe that I believe coming to the education system, it's a whole topic on its own. We can't carry this and discuss it. I believe this is something that we have to discuss in another section of our discussion. But I believe that education has done its part. But still the same, the people that we have been assigned to be our tutors, people who are supposed to educate us, some of them, not all, some of them actually have difficulties or are not even able to identify what problems are themselves before they even get into the classroom to educate or how to solve problems. That is my perception. That is my understanding, because I feel like we've gotten to the line where teachers or lecturers or whoever is supposed to educate you on how to be a strategic or unique problem solver are rather reading out statements, not taking you to the practical understanding of how to become a problem solver. They rather read out to you to become a problem solver. So for me, the education system is bits, but the individuals who are supposed to educate we, the people in the whole education system, are the ones failing this. But I also believe that we the individuals are also failing ourselves. We do not we do not give ourselves the much what's the name space to read and to broaden our horizon, especially on how to overcome problems or whenever you encounter situations, how to overcome them. We have students who go to school, come back, and just sleep. They are highly not invested into reading and then broadening the understanding of what exactly they want and what exactly they can deliver. All right. For our now, let me come from the perspective of our tertiary institutions.
Mm.
Now, in current generation of ours, we have students who go to tertiary institutions without having a basic line or a baseline of focus. Why they are going there, what they want to become. When they leave to, they do not have any baseline, all right, of knowing, okay, after school, what do I want to become? They just do not know. And I believe that the lecturers or probably who the facilitators are not doing much, and our parents at home are not doing much to help us identify truly what we have to become. Because when you're able to identify who you have to become, it helps you to also understand that you can also create, you can also become a solution to your society. When you become a solution, definitely you become a problem solver to whatever situation that come up. But in this context, we are talking about business and personal what in the personal growth. So in this context, I would say that the education system hasn't helped much. We haven't helped ourselves much, and we still have much work to be done.
So you made mention of students after school, they don't really put up anything that is going to expand their horizon in terms of knowledge. Now, meaning that personal development is lacking, right?
Big time, 100%.
But whose responsibility is it for this personal development in terms of this personal growth?
I believe we are responsible for our personal development first, before anybody. Because the statement is always I before we.
Mm.
The statement is always I before we. We
Mm.
need to understand that for you to develop, you need to accept that you're weak somewhere. You need to affirm and accept that you need to grow. I need to grow my intellect. I need to grow in my knowledge. I need to grow in my skills. So the moment or the point you accept that I need to grow, then you've created a baseline for yourself towards develop yourself. Now, I don't think that the youth of today are doing much when it comes to personal development. And most of the youth today are finding it difficult to even submit themselves to the less personal development, especially from mentors. All right, because I believe we are the first state or we are the first point when it comes to self-development than our parents, then our institution, that is our schools, and then and then 4, our mentors. So I believe that we ought to come up with the ideas of identifying that we need to be developed in our intellect. We need to be developed in our skills and in our essence, and then appreciate that the schools you go to, they need to teach you, they need to take you through the systematic, all right, the systematic approach of becoming better individuals through daily consultations, daily lectures, and then daily advices. So I believe that we have to do much, but the key factors that I have mentioned, which are our parents, our schools, and then our mentors, also have to do much with us.
Mm, mm. Wow, wow, wow. Because I think personal development is lacking a bit. And do you think the kind of graduates that we are really producing in this time and age, do you think the skills that they acquire, they are ready for the job market?
Now the thing is,
Hmm.
most of the youth today really do not have much skills. They are born and bred to the fact that I need to learn what I have to learn and then go to the corporate world and practice it. But they're forgetting that sometimes not all that is being taught in class is what is being practiced on the field. You need to, how will I say this? You need to be, there's a word I'm trying to look for, which could fit in this context. You need to be conscious, all right? You need to be conscious that I need to develop a skill that is needed in the market. Now, many youth today do not even know the type of skill that is being needed in the corporate world. Many youth today are unaware of the type of skills that are being needed in the corporate world as we speak today. As they start their education, their educational life, right from level 100 of their education system down to level 400, they still are unable to identify what the corporate world is looking for. So they pile up themselves with all theoretical understanding of what has been taught, and then work out of the tertiary without which is related to what they have done and what the corporate is what is looking for. What the corporate world is looking for. So I believe that youth of today are not fully equipped with the skills that they need if they have to step out.
Now let's look at having the skills and the right attitude, right? Now, do you think, for example, using Ghana as a case study, do you think young people have got the right attitude to really bring us to where we belong to? Whether being in business, whether being as an employee, whether being in the corporate world, do you think we have got the right attitude? I think we are having a bit of challenge. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, yes, I can hear you now. So begin with the question. So please, your question again.
All right, so I think my guest is having a bit of challenge, and let me read some comments here. So I think I've got some few comments from Refat Yakub, and that says our education system has been part of the problem choking our productiveness. However, the school is giving its best by giving the basic knowledge. The larger problem is our lack of moving out of our limitations and thinking outside the box. You know, there is a saying I always say, and I said, look, why do you even think outside the box when you can get rid of the box? Because getting rid of the box really makes it more easier for you. Yes, and I think you are right. The school, they will do their part. You know, what the school has been structured to do is for the school to really help you to pass your exams, your academia. They want you to get the first class and the second upper. That is what the school is structured to do. The school is not structured for your personal development. It is called personal development because it is your personal responsibility. And that is what a lot of people don't understand. People think that it is the school's responsibility for them to give them the right skills that they need. Of course, there are certain courses that when you do, the school will play a role in giving you the necessary skills. But even for you to become an expert, for you to become a top guru in terms of your industry, you need to go the extra mile yourself to really learn certain things that is within the domain of the educational system. And I think that is what is actually affecting a lot of young people. A lot of young people are really finding it difficult to really personally develop themselves. And I think that is the problem. That is the problem a lot of people, young people, are having. So it's quite interesting. And there is another comment here by Rifat again. It says our education system has been a part of the problem. Choking, I think is the same thing, isn't it? Yes. And I think you also say that Guy Dupe is really clear and explanative in his communication. Indeed, understanding the problem and the cause is about 50% step into solving the problem. So my guest is back, and so welcome back, sir. So yes, so we were talking about the school system playing their part and helping to solve some of the problems. So we moved on to attitude. So do you think young people of today, apart from even maybe having the skills, do you think they've got the right attitude?
To be honest, I think we do not have the right attitude. We are so reluctant, we are so lazy in developing ourselves and developing skills that are of much importance to the growth of our business and then personally ourselves. Because I believe that I was once in that shoe, and I can attest to the fact that sometimes we become so lazy to the fact that we see every instant solution to be the right solution to our problems. We see every instant solution to be the right solution to our problems. We are not willing to dig deep into what exactly our problems are. We are not willing to deconstruct the issues on the ground. We are not willing to understand what really is the cause root of our problems. And this has gradually eaten up into the youth of today, that laziness has become the second anchor. But I believe there is hope for change. I believe there is hope for transformation. That the youth that are coming up, they are gradually realizing that indeed they need to change, because without change there cannot be any impact, and without change there cannot be any there can never be any solutions.
But what do you think is the cause of this lazy mentality? What do you think is the cause of this attitude? Because I think it's because look, I see people looking for jobs, crying, praying, drinking all the anointing oil you can ever think of. And when they get the job, the next thing you see is that their attitude towards the work is so bad. What is actually the problem causing this attitude?
Okay, so you know, um,
I think we're still having challenges with his internet. All right, so we go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, your line is totally breaking. We can't hear you. So we go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will continue. Yes, welcome back. We are having a bit of technical hitches here and there, but we are back. That is the resilience. So let me bring my guest on. So yeah, so we were talking about the attitude bit. So please, can you continue with that? Yeah.
So yes, so as I was saying, now the attitude to our work of today is as I said, is highly bad on the side on our side of the youth. But now the thing too is that sometimes the youth feel like they're underpaid, right? Sometimes the youth feel like they're underpaid because looking at sometimes the youth looking at an applicant or a student who has gone to school, learned all the skills that is acquired for a particular industry or for the corporate world, comes out with the best of grades, comes out with the best of knowledge and skills, and then it's been underpaid. Logically, all right, it's very difficult to see or have one person give or devote his entire self.
All right. I think we are having challenges with this, so we have to bring this interview to a close. And I want to thank everyone that has been with us during all this time. I've been having Guy Dupe, who is talking about the problem, how to develop problem-solving skills for business and personal growth. But it looks like we are having some technical challenges. So I think a better time we can bring you a better and a more broader issue or discussion on this same topic once more. And I want to thank everyone that has joined us. Now, before I go, I just want you to understand that my book, Mindset Revolution, is on Amazon. Just get a copy for yourself. Mindset Revolution, Re-engineering Your Mind from Prison to Purpose. You need this book. This book must be in every home. It's a powerful book that is going to bless yourself in terms of your vision. This book is written in terms of your vision. It's an amazing book. And trust me, it is going to work out well for you if you buy this book. Buy this and buy it as a present. Use this book as the present for somebody's birthday. And trust me, this book is going to transform their lives more than a cake. And get it on Amazon. Those in Ghana, we are working on a publication in Ghana, so you hear from us when it comes to Ghana. It's been wonderful having you guys, and thanks to Mr. Guy Dupe. We were having a very good discussion, but due to technical hitches, we have to bring this discussion to a close. So thank everyone, and God richly bless you. We are here on Thursday for another powerful discussion. 7 p.m. GMT, 8 p.m. UK time. You can't afford to miss. It's going to be a powerful discussion. Stay blessed and see you soon. Thank you.